Welcome back to Fallout 4 Mods. My name is Ricky and this is Zelda, and we have come back to Lexington because Zelda heard a rumor about some place and she might want to check out. However, before we go about finding this new place, I have to tell you about a few things that have happened since the last time you saw Zelda. So I leveled up, I think, 4 times. Pretty sure I leveled up 4 times. And I took some new perks, but I also made some changes to Gunslinger, and I'll talk about that in a second. So the new perks that I took were Demolitions Expert 1 and 2, Bloody Mess 3, and Wasteland Whisperer. But as I said, I made some changes to the Gunslinger perk. If you'll remember, a couple of episodes, like 2 episodes ago, but like a long time ago because Fallout New Vegas happened in between it, I was able to take Gunslinger 4. But you'll notice there's only 3 points in Gunslinger. You'll also notice that that says 120 more damage. So what I did was just because, and I'll talk a little bit more about why I did this. It wasn't just because, but it was mostly just for fun. I made Gunslinger be twice as powerful. So, as long as I did the math right. So, instead of non-automatic pistols do 20 more damage, it now does 40 at rank 1, and then 80, and then 120, and then 160, and then 200% more damage. I didn't mess with the accuracy, and I didn't mess with the disarm, and I didn't mess with the crippling the limb, or any of that stuff, just the damage. But I also, in order to balance it for the gameplay, adjusted the level requirement. So Gunslinger 1 is still base level. Gunslinger 2 is now 14. Gunslinger 3 is 30. Gunslinger 4 is now 42. And Gunslinger 5 is 60. And of course, what this will do is it'll just allow my guns to just get better, a little bit better, as I level up. So like, we're at level 31 now. Getting to level 60 will make the gun get more powerful as the enemies get tougher, because the enemies are going to get tougher and tougher and tougher, but the gun doesn't get any better. But right now it's doing 120 more damage. I also slightly nerfed Ultimatum because of this. Not a lot, but a little bit. So it does 184 damage, which I think is more than it was doing last week, but it might not have been. But Buddy System does 217, so there's a bigger gap. And this actually kind of balances out, because Ultimatum still winds up doing more DPS, but Buddy System is more raw damage, so depending on what I'm fighting, Buddy System might be better than Ultimatum, but Ultimatum is probably going to be better for all the enemies I'm coming across right now. Also, you'll notice I have some hallucinogen gas grenades. And part of the things that I did to level up, I went over to hallucinogen to get a gas canister for Fred, which also, by the way, when I turned that in, Idiot Savant triggered, and I got like 1,000 experience, which is one of the reasons I leveled up 4 times instead of 3 times. Anyway. So I made some of these too. They're frenzy grenades, basically. I throw them and then everyone attacks everyone else. It's really fun. I don't know if we'll play with it this week or ever, but that's what they're there for. So, but we will be using Ultimatum today. And while we do that, I'm going to talk a little bit about my thoughts on the Gunslinger and why I made it better. And also I'm going to talk about Buddy System, Zelda's main gun, not Ultimatum, but the Colt Python, and why it's important to her and what it means to her. And I know it might sound weird saying this gun, like a gun, is important to someone, but it is to her for a few reasons, and I'll talk about that a little bit today as well. This is scientific needs. And the mod we'll be playing is Lexington Labs, by the way. I should have mentioned that at the start, but I forgot. So, it's right across from the red rocket right here. So, we're going to go in. That's horrifying. Hello? Biometric scanner. This is a little bit very creepy. So, Gunslinger. Let's talk a little bit about Gunslinger. So, here's the thing. There we go. That's less creepy now. Yeah, I know nothing about this mod. Oh. Well, my first enemy is a rad roach. So here's the thing about Gunslinger. It's a great perk. But when you really think about it... Ooh, legendary rad roach. When you really think about it, everything in this game that isn't melee, freezing pipe pistol. I'll be honest with you, though. I mean, if you want to use pipe pistols, you could do worse than freezing. It's just pipe pistols aren't great, so you really have to roleplay and want to use pipe pistols. I've done a pipe pistol run. It's not that hard, but it's also not that easy. So, but melee is like crazy overpowered, and like it's incredibly easy to get. Like, there are no bad melee weapons in this game. Anybody who tells you there's a bad melee weapon has a colossal misunderstanding of melee in Fallout. In Fallout 4. Because melee works wonders. It is amazing. Even the rolling pin, which everyone's like, oh, rolling pin sucks. Really? Because it can do over 100 damage with the right perks. Underground Science Lab. Alrighty. So, I decided that gun users should get a bit of a thing too. So I decided to just buff Gunslinger. But I did balance it by shifting the levels around. So I think I did a... Okay, jump. I hear a radio. So that's Gunslinger. Also, I finally did Confidence Man, which boosts Travis. So if we hear Travis at some point... No, I refuse. Alright, yeah, here. That's my identification. So if you hear Travis, he's going to sound a lot better than he did the last time. Whoa! Ah, that's horrifying. That looks like a Draugr from Skyrim. From Elder Scrolls. I don't know if they're probably another Elder Scrolls game. Ooh, Daily Manager Terminal. Okay. Personal logs. Personal note. Mr. Jones is out. Interesting. Internal mail relay. P. Peterson, Project Charlie. Cinder, P. Peterson, Project Charlie. To all employees of Lexington Labs, as you all know, Project Charlie will start up this week, and from Tuesday onwards, we'll start seeing a few new faces around the offices. Please make them feel welcome and don't ask too many questions. As a matter of fact, don't ask any questions. Be professional for once and respect their non-disclosure agreements. Thanks in advance, P. Peterson. P. Peterson, are you there? Jones, are you there? I haven't seen your thick backhead hovering over the microscope even once this week, and it's already past noon Monday. Drinking beverages on the couch outside the canteen, on the other hand. As far as I can remember, I personally put you up on microscope hours Mondays and Thursdays. Consider yourself a volunteer for 3 hours extra time tonight and report to my office first thing tomorrow. LD Rand, of utmost importance. The Commonwealth Rad Research Company, Ltd., wishes to thank Lexington Labs for renting parts of your lab facility in Lexington. As agreed upon, you will get 0.5% of the future revenue earned from it in return. We expect you to keep your local employees out of the rented part of the facility for the entrance of our project. As you know, this is all hush-hush. Thanks in advance, LD Rand. Okay, so some funky stuff was going on here. Jones's terminal. Internal mail relay. Cinder, B. Williams, new staff. Jonesy, what's with all the new project staff coming in over the last few days? They head over to the director's office, but I rarely see them return. I've never seen any of them in the canteen. Don't they eat, sleep, socialize? Yeah, the sounds of it, no. We old-timers have been filing ancient reports or dusting cobwebs for weeks now. Paperwork or housekeeping every day. Project Charlie, my ass. Aren't we supposed to be lab workers? What's going on here? Deleted mail. Backups can be short at this time, so P. Peterson, keep the blinds up. B. Williams, coffee soon. A. Winslow, we need to talk. A. Winslow, where have you been? B. Williams, R.E. Jonesy 2, Billy 0. A. Winslow, last weekend. Those are deleted mail logs. That door. Oh! It's the exit door. So, yeah, so let me talk a little bit about Zelda's gun. So I've already mentioned a bit about it. I think I told you how her father gave it to her. And her father gave it to her when she was a kid. But part of the reason it's so important to her is because her father gave it to her. You know? He gave it to her, you know, when she was young, and it's a part of her, connection to her father, and so her father having passed away, hey, Nukachere, you know, a couple years back, makes it very important that, okay, now, oh, there's the turret. I wonder if this turret was to keep out all of them other folk. Hello, behind you. But that's really only part of what makes the a critical hit. There we go. Okay. That only is just part of what makes nope, I can't get through that. But I can go this way. Distance fog. I don't know if that... More rad roaches. Nope, and I missed, and there we go. Oop, and I four-leaf clovered. Oh! I totally forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, and that's okay. But I took the point out of Gunslinger 4. I took Gunslinger 4 away, but I put it into Grim Reaper Sprint. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if that guy was supposed to be dead or not. That's the exit key. Okay. Uh-oh. So here's the thing. The radiation damage isn't enough to really heal any of these any of the ghouls. Come on, ghouls. Bring it. I can see you. Fine. Whatever. Okay. But also, I don't think I've ever told you how Jamie... So it's an important thing to her, but I mean, even in the Wasteland, like, your weapon is the thing that saves your life on a regular basis. And for her, you know, it's her only weapon. It's the weapon she uses anytime she does anything ever. Also, that thing above me is horrifying. That is horrifying. So it's not just that her father gave her the gun, although it's very important, but it also has history because it's been in her family for a very long time. Hey, you, get over here. Fine, I'll shoot you in the back. Holy cow, that just jump scared me. The pipes. But you know, I mean, it's been in her family for a very, very, very long time. Oh, I think I found the chest. I think I found the boss chest. Project Charlie Terminal. Project Charlie. Project Charlie is a cooperative research project between Lexington Labs and the Commonwealth Rad Research Company. With the fruits of the research from this project, we hope to not only increase efficiency in all offices across the Commonwealth, but also reduce costs connected with having non-robotic workers. Do your employees indulge in constant coffee breaks, never-ending visits to the canteen, inefficient discussions about baseball? All this will soon be long-forgotten memories in the productive and clean future offices brought to you by Lexington Labs and the Commonwealth Rad Research Company. Project Charlie Test Logs 1. Day 1. After the first injection, all test subjects have remained calm and orderly. Test Subject 1 stared into the air after several minutes without saying a word. The lab director interprets that as a sign of focus and determination, surely a promising start for the project. The project is very pleased to note that all test subjects have entirely stopped calling home and increased efficiency with a staggering 1.3%. That seems okay. Furthermore, food costs have dropped a whopping 97.5%. Guys, you got... What? Day 6. All test subjects' work rate is down by such a huge margin that we cannot even come close to specifying it here. In addition, they crave mentats on a daily basis. Their speech has become blurred and incomprehensible. Furthermore, test subject 2 showed an alarmingly high level of aggression when his mentats dose was delayed earlier today. That's not great. That's not great at all. Test log 2. All test subjects' work rate is down by a huge margin. Their speech has become blurred and incomprehensible. They will frequently fight over Kim's. Orange mentats seem to be particularly popular. Unfortunately, it does not make them any more productive. Additionally, Kim costs outweigh saved food costs. Lab director is not pleased. Pretty sure I shot the lab director already, so I think we're good. Day 8. After a short conference with the external leadership, the lab director ordered a round of increased injections for all test subjects today. Effect awaits to be seen. Day 9. 3 test subjects have had to be locked up today, as they unfortunately care more for Kim's than their work assignments. The external leadership is monitoring the situation closely. This surely is a shot to the bow for all the project. Day 11. 2 test subjects attacked the lab director earlier today. 2 others tried to escape the facility. The situation is getting out of control. Alarm is set off. Security is on its way. The facility is currently under lockdown. Okay. That was kind of interesting. Huh. What's with the Vault-Tec things? Interesting. They got little Cryopods. That's cool. Yeah. See? Shot the lab director, who turned out to be turned into a glowing one. The only other thing I kind of want to tell you is how Zelda got her name. Zelda's gun got her name, sorry. I kind of want to know more about this place now. I mean, I'm hooked. And there's barely any, like, there's no other working terminals, as far as I can tell. So, anyway, so she got her gun. She didn't even name the gun buddy system. Her father didn't name the gun buddy system. So right after she joined the Minutemen, they gave her a laser musket. And she said, no, you know what? I'm pretty good with the buddy system I got here. And so the other people in her squad began to call her gun buddy system based on what she said there. That was Lexington Labs, a short dungeon mod. I highly recommend it. It was fun. Interesting lore. I mean, it wasn't, like, super difficult, if I'm being honest. I think most of it was because Zelda's just overpowered. Next week, we'll be doing another short dungeon mod, I think. This has been Fallout 4 Mods. Thank you for watching, and come back soon for more Fallout 4.